Hey friends, and welcome to this new video. Today we're talking about news and theories on Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. We all know the wait for the new chapter has been long, but the Mob Entertainment team is starting to tease fans with clues, and we're here to analyze them all. A few days ago, they actually released a very image. In the foreground there's a VHS. We've already analyzed it carefully, and we think it could be directly connected to the ARG of Chapter 5. Remember how in previous chapters Mob Entertainment always left hidden clues through images and mysterious content? Well, this VHS might have a similar meaning. The interesting thing is that, besides being part of the ARG, this VHS could also be a clear signal. Maybe soon, Mob Entertainment will release a VHS video dedicated to Chapter 5. But that's not the only news, because there's also news about Chapter 5's music. It seems that a new song will be released soon, probably after Chapter 5 comes out. It could be connected to a key scene in the game, or maybe hidden as an Easter egg, just like in previous chapters. So today we'll explore all these updates. We'll analyze the VHS, go through all the possible theories it sparks, and try to understand what it could mean for Chapter 5. And of course, we'll also talk about the new song, trying to figure out how it might connect to the story and mysteries of Poppy Playtime. If you're as curious, then stay with us, because there will be lots of details to discover, and every little clue could completely change our theory about the next chapter. And before we continue, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any theories or news about Poppy Playtime. In the next few days, really interesting updates will come, and we want to be the first to uncover them together with you. Alright, get ready, because we're diving right into the analysis of this mysterious VHS and all the theories connected to Chapter 5. Let's start with the VHS. As we mentioned before, this image published by Mob Entertainment might not just be a random clue, but a real signal that we might soon see a VHS video dedicated to Chapter 5. If we think about it, every chapter of Poppy Playtime has always had a VHS video introducing the main mascot of the chapter. For example, in Chapter 2, the VHS was entirely dedicated to Mommy Longlegs. In Chapter 3, the VHS video was dedicated to the Smiling Critters and Catnap. In Chapter 4, the VHS video was dedicated to Doughy the Doughman, but with an important difference. Unlike previous chapters, that VHS video was released after the game came out, not before. In Chapter 1, the situation was a little different. The VHS video was dedicated to Poppy, even though the real main mascot of the chapter was Huggy Wuggy. Probably Mob Entertainment chose to do this because Poppy is the main mascot of the entire series. So, in the first chapter they wanted to introduce the most iconic figure of the saga, the one that connects all the chapters, instead of focusing only on the main character of the first chapter. So, looking at the history of VHS videos in the previous chapters, we can see a clear pattern. VHS videos have always been a way to introduce and expand the mascots, giving fans clues about who will be the protagonist and what mysteries await. The only exception was Chapter 4, but we can consider that a special case. Now, looking at the recently published image with the VHS in the foreground, we can assume that Mob Entertainment might be preparing something similar for Chapter 5, maybe in the next few days. Of course, as always, everything will happen in an unexpected way, because Mob Entertainment rarely gives us clear dates or signals about when they will release content. Any day could hide a surprise, and every clue could mean something important to understand what awaits us in the new chapter. So we need to keep our eyes open. This VHS could reveal not only who will be the new main mascot of Chapter 5, but also give us details about the story, just like Mob Entertainment has done in previous chapters. Now let's talk about something very interesting, a new song coming for Chapter 5. As we all know, in the previous chapters of Poppy Playtime, there have already been official songs, all composed and created by CG5. For example, for Chapter 3, CG5 created the song Sleep Well. For Chapter 4, he created Hello Like This. And then CG5 had also composed songs dedicated to Chapters 1 and 2, confirming his constant and important presence throughout the series. Now, let's move to the clues about Chapter 5. On his X profile, CG5 posted a message that simply said Poppy Playtime 5, and for us fans, this cannot go unnoticed. It's a clear sign that he is preparing something new for the next chapter, and it's probably a song dedicated to Chapter 5. But that's not all. CG5 also commented on the cinematic trailer of Chapter 5, which the Mob Entertainment released a few days ago. All these little details together become very interesting clues. It seems that a new track will soon arrive, ready to enter the creepy and immersive atmosphere of the game. Why isn't it released now? Well, the answer is simple. This song will probably be released after the launch of Chapter 5. If it were released now, it could reveal important spoilers about the story, the characters, and key moments of the game that Mob Entertainment still wants to keep secret. So, as always, we'll have to be patient and prepare for the wait, because when this song drops, it will give us more hints about the plot and make the Chapter 5 experience even more complete and immersive. Then we have to consider that the song probably is still in development. So, probably it is not ready. All these small signs show us that music will continue to play a fundamental role in the Poppy Playtime saga. It's not just background music. Every song, every melody, every note is designed to increase tension, immerse us in the game's atmosphere, and sometimes even hint at hidden details that only the most attentive fans can discover. So, keep your eyes and ears wide open. The new song for Chapter 5 might arrive right after the game's release. And when it does, we will finally discover all the mysteries that CG5 and Mob Entertainment wanted to keep hidden until that moment. Get ready, because it will be an experience that will take us even deeper into the creepy and fascinating world of Poppy Playtime. Now let's talk about another possible song, but this one is directly connected to the VHS we talked about earlier. As we've seen in the previous chapters, every chapter of Poppy Playtime always starts with a VHS, and together with it, there's always a small musical jingle dedicated to the mascot shown in the video. This jingle has become a true tradition of the series. It's short, creepy, and memorable, and it serves both to introduce the mascot and to prepare the player for the game's atmosphere. So, following this pattern, if a VHS will also arrive for Chapter 5, it's very likely that we will see a musical jingle dedicated to the main mascot of the chapter. If this VHS is published before the release of the game, as usually happens in previous chapters, then we could hear the jingle very soon, even before we can play the chapter ourselves. At the moment, however, we have to remember that the main mascot of Chapter 5 hasn't been revealed yet. So we still don't know who the jingle will be about. All we can do is make guesses based on the small hints released by the Mob Entertainment, the images they posted, and what we know from previous chapters. One thing, however, is quite clear. I don't think there will be a jingle for the prototype for reasons we can already imagine. Everything we've seen so far shows us that Chapter 5 will be full of musical surprises and small details that will make the experience even more immersive and creepy. And with this video dedicated to the musical news and VHS of Chapter 5 comes to an end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you won't miss any theories or news about Chapter 5. Thank you so much for watching. Until the end, your support means a lot. Bye bye and see you soon.